and with your mercy enter Jannah as Muslims. Ameen. Ameen. Okay. Any question before we start? Any brother or sister has a question? If not, then please open up Surah alKahfi. Surah alKahf. Surah 18. Surah al-Kahf has four major stories. Four major stories. And in these stories, we learn a lot of things. Four major stories. Bismillah. Surah 18, Surah al-Kahf. Al-Kahf means in Arabic a cave. So you can see the cave is an Arabic word. Batu cave. Cave is Kahf. Okay? There are four major stories. The first story, the story of the youth of the cave. The second story is the owner of the two gardens. The third story is the story of, who knows? Surah al-Kahfi. When you read Surah al-Kahfi, there are four stories. Prophet Musa alayhi salam and Khidr. Khidr is the good man. The good man. That's his name, Khidr. And the last story is Dhul Qarnayn. Dhul Qarnayn. King Dhul Qarnayn. Now follow me, it's very important to understand before we go into the tafsir. These are the four stories Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in Surah al-Kahf. Each story actually, you know, Quran is not telling you stories to entertain you. Quran is not a book of entertainment. Quran is a book of guidance. So when it tells you story, it's guiding you. Here, the first story, each story faces a problem. Fitna. It faces a fitna. These are the four fitnas that ask Allah not to test you with. Ask Allah not to test you with. If Allah tests you, be careful. The fitna of see, I'm forced now to repeat myself. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes to settle. Generally speaking, I'm not going to talk about details. Details you attend tafsir class. There are four major trials, tribulations, fitnas, tests that a human being can go through. They are all mentioned in Surah al-Kahf. And this is why it's very important to recite Surah al-Kahf every week. It's a weekly reminder. 4. Number 1, the story of the youth of the cave. What does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us here? This is the fitna of religion. People may persecute you for your religion. You are in London walking, people pull your hair, throw acid in your face. God forbid. They are doing that. Yesterday they hit one brother with a knife. You still love to go to London. You will all realize what I've been telling you. And you will say, now we know why Sheikh is saying this. You have a reason, go. You don't have, don't go. They are doing this. Yesterday, one brother was here just because he's a Muslim. An 18 years old Muslim sister, Egyptian, was sent to ICU, and later on, 2 months later, she died. She was beaten badly. But you don't hear this in the news. And she was hit just because she is Muslim. You don't hear this in the news. Okay. So, this is a test. We're going to see how Allah tested them in their faith. Then, the owner of the 2 gardens, this is the fitna. Fitna means test of wealth. Be careful when Allah gives you money. He's testing you. Are you going to be thankful or like the owner of the 2 gardens? Allah gave him so much. Jannatain. They were so beautiful that the Quran described it as two paradise on earth. It was wealthy, land, property. You want to be rich, you buy property and you sell property. The third one is the fitna, trial of knowledge. When you become a doctor, engineer, lawyer, judge, you think you are too good to attend class like this. No, I'm a judge. I cannot sit with youngsters like these, with handsome brothers like these. No, I'm Judge so and so. I'm Judge Judy. You remember Judge Judy? American.
Judy show. It's a show. Reality show.
It's real. It's not just a show.
Yeah, reality show.
Yeah. Then Dhul Qarnayn is fitna and trial of power. So these are the 4 trials Allah takes you. Remember that. Fitna of religion, and that's the worst. If Allah tests you in your religion, not easy. Our brothers in Syria, our Rohingya brothers, Allah is testing them here in religion. Our sisters and brothers, Palestine, Iraq, Afghanistan. It's not money, they have no money. Knowledge, maybe they could be the last Muslims to know anything about Islam. Power, they don't have power, but they have religion. Rich people are tested here. Maybe nothing happened to the religion, but because they have a lot of money. Allah wants to see what they do. Especially when they reach 10 Srihud and 1 Srihud. Like there. Money. Yes. Ada do it. Ada do it. We will see Ada do it. Knowledge. When you think you're a scholar, and some ulama also have arrogance. May Allah save us. They think they know. Doctor, engineer. I don't need. I'm a dentist already. Look, you may reach any level of knowledge, but when it comes to Islamic knowledge, just equate yourself to 0 and be humble and keep seeking knowledge until you die. Then Allah Azza wa Jalla will raise you. Because Allah loves the ulama. The ink of scholars is as great as the blood of shaheed. Remember that. Then, Dhul Qarnayn, power. He was the king that went east and west. The king who had power over east and west. MashaAllah. Yeah. Yet he did wrong. Anyone. Yeah. So I tell our leaders here, you are just a leader of kampong, you cannot control yourself. All you have is kampong or tamantur. He thinks he owns the whole world. Oh no, too much power. And two things will show you the nature of humans. Give them money and see how they behave, and give them power and see how they behave. If I make one of you just the head of this class, you will see how you start behaving. Sheikh Zoubir gave me authority to tell you where to sit down. I didn't even say that. Wherever people want to sit down, let them sit. All I want, sisters one side, Takbir. Have you seen? Some people give them just little, just promote them. Same employee, promote him manager. He or she, he forgets his friends. Then demote him, he remembers them. That is the human nature, unfortunately. So, these are the 4 fitnas. Ask Allah to protect you if you face them. And the worst is the first one. That's why Allah named the surah about it. The fitna of the people of the cave. Although they were youngsters, they were youth. Allah says fitya. Fitya means under 17. In Arabic, the word fata, plural, fitya, إنهم فتية آمنوا بربهم وزدناهم هدى. Allah praised them. He said they were youngsters under the age of 17. And we gave them iman. And we increased them in guidance. At that age. At that young age, Allah gave them all this. So, although they were youngsters, they refused to live with the king under his false religion. So they ran away with their religion. They made hijrah. They didn't want to live in that city. They didn't say, well, we are still young, it's okay, let's hide it. No, like most of us do. They said, we want to live Muslims. They believed in their prophet who was sent to them, and they ran away from the king. How did Allah save them? Through sleep. So when you ask Allah His mercy, don't worry how His mercy may come to you. His mercy can come as a sleep. You sleep. That's mercy already. And they slept for how long? 309 years. They didn't die, they slept. Death is one thing, sleeping is another thing. 309 years. When they woke up, they were terrifying to each other because the hair grew. Their nails grew up. Imagine you don't shave your hair, you don't have a haircut just for 2-3 months. How do you look? Long hair. How about 309 years? How long is the hair? So when they got up, they scared each other. And Allah said, لَوْ اطَّلَعْتَ عَلَيْهِمْ, O Muhammad, if you looked at them, you yourself would be terrified. Although you are the messenger of Allah. You would be so scared. They slept in a cave for 309 years. And out of the mercy of Allah, He turned them so that they don't deteriorate. He turns them. When they got up, when Allah allowed them to wake up, it was 309 years later. So the king whom they ran away from already died. So their money became treasure. The money of today. After 309 years, do you know how the value of it will be so much? Well, you're not going to live 309, I'm telling you now. We are about to do. But for someone who will say, look, I have the currency of Malaysia of 2000, of 19, for example, 62. Wow, just the money of Merdeka, now, if you have it, it's a big thing. Don't throw it. At least history. Those days, it used to be gold and silver. So when they took that silver to the market to buy some food, one of them told them, this is treasure. This is very high currency. Where did you get this from? And the face of the king was on it. Like today, the face of someone is on the currency, right? They said, this king died 300 years ago. Then they realized they slept for 309 years. The point we are making, beside the mu'jiza, beside the miracle Allah gave them, is that look, when you are with Allah, Allah will protect you. How? Don't worry about it. Remember Prophet Yunus alayhi salam? How did Allah save him? By falling into the sea and a whale coming and swallowing him. When we thought it was the end, no, it wasn't the end. It was safety. I want to show you something in the story of Yusuf also alayhi salam. Pay attention. You all know the story of Yusuf alayhi salam. Who threw him in the well? His brothers. So his brothers caused him harm. Allah sent strangers who needed water to save him. So look, Allah will bring someone with need to help you. He needs something from you. So they needed water. Instead of getting water, they got him. So that was Allah's safety first to Yusuf alayhi salam. Then he didn't give children to a couple. A couple was barren. Husband and wife couldn't have children. Right? Then what happened? They adopted him. Then he went to jail for refusing to do haram. He rather go to jail than na'udhu billah do something that every human being wants to do. Sexual intercourse. He refused. As long as it's haram, I will never do it. And this is a lesson to our youth. Then what Allah brought him? Brought him a king of need. With a need, sorry. King with a need. Need of what? To interpret a dream. So, you see, there is always a need for someone. Need for water, caravan. Need for children, adoption. Need for interpretation of dream, ilmu, the king himself. And then need for what? The Egyptians needed a man to do what? To do what? To become prime minister. Need for food, economy. So he became prime minister of Egypt. You see need? Need. Don't worry. Just fear Allah. Allah will look after you. That's the lesson we learn. So, for those who just walked in, may Allah forgive them. Say Ameen. Ameen. Give them Jannah. Come late. Yellow card. Next time, yellow. Takbir. The only way for you to come late after Sheikh, just stop at secret recipe, buy a cake and bring it. Just bring it. Takbir. So you will not be the late brother or sister, you will be the person who brought the cake. If you come after me, just bring something in your hand. Takbir.
Cash.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. You missed a lot. Sorry. Okay. So, Alhamdulillah, I want you to pay attention to this, my brothers and sisters. These people, these youngsters, loved Allah so much. And they had every reason to stay with the king because they were young. Like today, say, hey, don't destroy your youth. You still have future. That's how we think. No, it shouldn't be like that. Because with faith, you have to be either with Allah or not. Don't play games. Like many Muslims today, playing games with Allah. We are either Muslims or not. Choose. Think Allah needs you? Do you think Allah needs me? Do you think Allah needs any one of us? Yes. Allah doesn't need anyone. Yeah, Muhammad? Very good. Please understand this. This is very important. So the first trial, the first test, the first fitna, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tested the people in Surah Al-Kahf is the fitna of religion. And that is the biggest. Because if you fail in religion, you go to hell. Simple as this. Please understand this. If you fail in your religion, the end is Jahannam. And you need to be extremely careful. Get some water, young girl. Go get some water outside. You're going to make us all hiccup too. Like there. Okay, there is water outside. Show her. You go with her. Nazari's daughter. Where is Nazari? Is he okay?
Yeah, parking.
He's parking. And what are you doing? Why don't you park the car of your father?
I wasn't driving today.
Yeah, tell him I park there. You go rest.
Okay.
Serious. Mother and father do everything for you, even at this age. Allahu Akbar. Sister Rafiza, we need to talk. Children at the age of 18, they start doing things for their parents. You too, the two boys with glasses. Yeah, I mean you. All of you, when you reach a certain age, you start doing things for your parents. You think your parents are going to do things for you all your life? That's bad parenting. That's parents who, it's okay. No, come here, do this, do this, do this. That's how they learn to be responsible. By the time they marry, alhamdulillah, they learn. You never train them, my brothers and sisters. 17, in the cave, running away from a king. They could have stayed with their father and mother and pretend to be kafir. No.
Yeah.
They said, we go. Khalas. And Allah saved them. And mentioned them. And mentioned their dog. Even their dog. Now, the question is, why did Allah mention the dog? Although the dog is not an animal that you should be proud of. Dog is an animal that serves you. That does things for you. And like today, subhanAllah, we do things for dogs. Pet store. Today, humans have become subservient for pets. Pets are to serve you, not the other way. So, the dog is an animal that is not supposed to be in the house, right? Yet is mentioned in the Quran, especially in this surah, Surah alKahfi. وَكَلْبُهُمْ بَاسِطٌ ذِرَاعَيْهِ بِالْوَصِيدِ. And their dog was doing this. The Quran even showed us, look, he slept like this. Even the dog slept. 309 years. Now, careful, this position is very wrong in sujood. Never put your elbow on the floor. Even for ladies. Ladies, look at me. Close your hand towards your body when you do sujood. But don't put it on the floor. Same thing for brothers. Brothers, put only your palm and towards the qibla. Your fingers towards the qibla. Not like this and not like this. When you do sujood. So the difference between women and men, man can open. Women, close. But no one should put, otherwise we look like dogs. Allah doesn't want that sujood. Even our sujood is different than animals. Because it's sujood of the human. And the human is respected by Allah. Is dignified. So, why did Allah mention their dog? The ulama say, if Allah didn't mention the dog, would we know? We don't know. But why Allah want us to know that they had a dog? Meaning, even the dog, Allah mentions him if he is with good people. How about you and me? If we mix with the good people, with people who are better than us, Islamically, people who love Allah, then Allah will love us too. If Allah mentioned the dog, He will mention you. Even when you are not that good yet. But you mix with the good ones. You mix with the good ones. So mix with the good ones. Mixing with the good ones is the lesson why Allah mentioned the dog of the people of the cave. Any question about the people of the cave? Before I go to the second, try it. Surah alKahfi. Surah Al-Kahf is a surah, is one of the 5 surahs that start with Alhamdu. Look at the first ayah. Look at the first ayah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi. There are only 5 surahs in the Quran. One of them is Al-Fatiha. So it's a very important surah when Allah praises Himself. Alhamdulillahi alladhi anzala ala abdihi al-kitab. Praise be to Allah who has sent down to His slave, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, al-kitab, the book. So what will mention you is the book. This is going to make you great. From now on, If you give time to the book of Allah, Allah will praise you as well. You stay away from his book, up to you. Wa alaikum salam. Alright, any question about this first trial? They were tested in their faith. The king wanted to kill them. He sent his soldiers to look for them. They found a cave, they went inside. They made dua. That dua is a lesson to all of us. ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة. Oh Allah, grant us from you الرحمة. رحمة. They didn't say which rahmah. They did not specify. They left it up to Allah, and that's very important. Be polite with God, guys, when you ask Allah. Don't be silly. Sometimes you ask like, oh Allah, give me 1 million. You say, Ya Allah, make me rich. He may give you 3 billion, trillion. Why you want only 1?
Yeah.
And when he gives you 1, you want the second and the third and the fourth. And never enough. You got it? Okay. So, I repeat, we the Muslims, when we make dua, ask Allah, Ya Allah, give me from your bounties. Leave it up to him. He's so generous. And he knows what benefits you. What benefits me might not benefit you. Maybe Allah gives me knowledge. He gives you money. He gives another one skills. He gives another one power. Allah knows where to put things. We don't know. Okay. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا مِن لَدُنْكَ رَحْمَةً وَهَيِّئْ لَنَا مِنْ أَمْرِنَا رَشَدًا. The dua was, O our Lord, grant us from you mercy. The mercy came through sleep. The mercy was to sleep. Wow. Sleep is a great mercy. But sleeping too much is not good. I don't want you to misunderstand, because the youth of today already sleepy. Whole ummah is sleepy anyway. You say, Sheikh mentioned that sleeping is good thing. Sleeping on time is good. But sleeping during daytime, or sleeping when the ummah needs you, or during Jumu'ah is very bad. Very bad. But to sleep so that you wake up for Fajr and do good day, good productive day, may Allah help you. Okay. Then, وَهَيِّئْ لَنَا مِنْ أَمْرِنَا رَشَدًا. And oh Allah, make out of our affair, this affair of ours, rashada. Grant us guidance, Ya Allah. We don't know what will happen to us. So Allah Azza wa Jalla made them sleep for 309 years. 309 years. 3 centuries. So I was saying, when they woke up, they were really scary to each other. They all takot from each other. And that's the proof that they slept. Because if they died, they wouldn't grow hair. Once you die, everything stops. So they sent one of them. After realizing it was them, they sent one of them to the market because they were hungry. You don't eat only for 1 night or 2. Look how hungry you'll be. You don't eat for 309 years. Scientifically proven, you can't sleep that long. So they sent one of them. When they sent, I want you to look at this word. Open up Surah alKahfi, Surah 18, verse 19. Look at verse 19. Okay? Are you in 19? Okay. Look at the last word in 19. What is last word in 19? Ahada. Go back. Become. Right? Go back. وَلَا يُشْعِرَنَّ. Go back. وَلْيَتَلَطَّفْ. This word. Look at me. Here. This one. وَلْيَتَلَطَّفْ. This word. Did you see it?
Yes.
This is the middle word of the Quran. If you count the words from here, from Al-Fatiha, if you read from Al-Fatiha. From here, from Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, all the way here, the same amount of words till the end. That's the needed word. What does it mean? I missed my friend. Huh? What does it mean? You know. What does it mean? Read the English. The mashallah. Persian. Yes. وَلْيَتَلَطَّفْ. What is the nearest word from the names of Allah? Al-Latif. Very good. Al-Latif means most kind. That is Islam. Islam is all about kindness. The center word of the Quran, and let him be kind. When they sent one of them to buy the food, they said, be quiet, be careful, and be kind. Because if he's rude, he may bring attention, and they will find out what they are. They didn't know yet that they slept for 309 years. That is the center. The ulama of Quran, when they counted the words from Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim of Al-Fatiha until قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. When they went to the middle, they found وَلْيَتَلَطَّفْ. That's the center, the heart of the Quran. In terms of words, I repeat so that you don't tomorrow. Kalimat. Do you say kalima? The word kalima? Words. Wow. And it's a command. Look at it. وَلْيَتَلَطَّفْ. And let him be kind. That's what it means. So may Allah make us kind. Ameen. What's wrong with you Malaysians? Why you don't say Ameen? When I make dua, you look at me like this. Like bear. Okay.
Sheikh, the word can't include like wa is one word like that.
Sorry?
Like wa is one word.
Why is
Wa.
Wa.
One.
Would that be considered like one word or?
No.
And.
Wa means end.
And.
Yes.
But that's wa is always connected to the next word. Please understand. Wa cannot be by itself. And what? And what? And what? So and what always together. And let him be kind. That is Islam. Any question about the first trial, the first test? So we are learning the tests and trials in Surah Al-Kahfi. There are 4 major trials a human being can go through. May Allah save us from all of them. Say Amin. But one of them will catch you. God forbid. The worst is this one. Muhammad, quiet. Or I send you to Iran right now, to the tower. But without her, you will not know nothing. Takbir. Ahmad, you have a job to do. Okay? Yeah. Youth. They were youngsters. And those youngsters were under 17. The 17 naughty age. People try to do things. SubhanAllah, they were believers. In the prime of their naughtiness, Allah gave them a test in their faith. They passed. So, that's why Allah mentions them and named a whole surah about them. So, the second test is the owner of the 2 gardens. Wealth, the test of wealth. Allah gives you money, makes you rich, 3, 4, 5 cars, parked, and I don't know why. I think you are a car dealer. I don't know why you have so many cars, guys. Honestly. And then they tell you why there are many cars on the road. I don't understand how you reason. Takbir. Wealth. You have a lot of money, you don't know what to do, so you start buying watches, bags. Plastic bags are becoming now. So now I'm going to bring plastic bag and write Sheikh Zoubir on it. And start selling. Very expensive. My God. Did you see? Let me show you how crazy some of you are. Takbir. Now, if Sheikh Zoubir cut his tummies like this, cut it, deliberately. Maybe now you say, what's wrong with Sheikh? After a few months it becomes fashion. Rich man following Sheikh Zoubir. At least the poor, when they had those jeans in the 70s and 80s, they were very poor. Really, they were very poor. So everybody was laughing at them. Like, what is this? Now, rich people, buy with money, they go buy those. No, at least that guy didn't buy it. You know? So who is worse, you or him? You, because you have money and you go look for it. And still you don't like it, you add more. Fashion, subhanallah. You know why? Because rich people made fun of them. When you make fun of someone, you will never die until you do what you made fun of. That happens to you. That's why never mock someone. When you see someone blind, you see someone limping, you see someone, defect somewhere, don't make fun. You will not die until it happens to you. You make fun of divorcee, you will divorce. Serious. You make fun of someone bankrupt, you will not die until you bankrupt. Never make fun of people. And when you see someone with something, just deep inside say, Alhamdulillah, Ya Rabb, I'm not like that. Deep inside. Don't go in front of him and say, Alhamdulillah, I'm not like you. Alhamdulillah, you will even make it worse.
There's a dua, right?
Yes. Alhamdulillah, alladhi afani mimma ibtalaka bihi. But inside, in the heart. Praise be to Allah that He didn't test me the way you are testing me. Where is the cake? Where is the cake, Sister Rosita? Okay, tell her later on. Anyone coming after Sheikh Zoubir, from now on, bring a cake. Ahmed, you have 2 cakes to bring. Takbir.
So many cakes.
Oh, we would have so many cakes. I will feed the whole neighborhood. All right. So my dear brothers and sisters, you can see the beauty of this surah. One story already, look, mashallah, almost an hour. One story. I didn't even give you the details. We didn't even start yet. We are not going to go to the details of the story. Today I just want to show you the beauty of Surah Al-Kahf. Surah Al-Kahf has 4 stories. The story of the youth of the cave, the story of the owner of the 2 gardens, the story of Musa alayhi salam with the Khidr, the good man, and the story of Dhul Qarnayn. Each one of them represents a lesson in our life. The first lesson, tribulations and trials in religion. And ask Allah not to test you in your religion, because you may fail. Don't say, well, I think I can make it. You know what? I think I'm strong. If Allah tests me in my religion, I will be like Bilal radiallahu anhu. No, don't do that. Just, Ya Allah, have mercy on us. The second one, wealth. Allah gives you wealth, and see what you do with it. So I was talking about wealth. There are today people who have so much money, they don't know what to do with it. So what they do, they just collect. They go to collection of watches, pens, and they are not even writers. They don't even write with those pens. Someone will tell you, this pen is very expensive, Sheikh. I will just sign with it. Sign what? Checks of sadaqah and zakat? No. Don't do that. Don't do that. So you become extravagant. Mumbazir. And you know what Allah said about mumbazir? He said, Inna Allah la yuhibbu. Allah doesn't like orang mumbazir. He doesn't like them. And if Allah doesn't like you, it means you know where to go. After death means Jahannam. Allah likes certain people. He will give them paradise. May Allah make us among them. Say Ameen. And He hates certain people. He doesn't like them. He will put them in hell. Don't be one of them. One of them is mumbazir. Mumbazir also, my brothers and sisters, don't buy something unless you need it. You need new clothes, go buy. You don't need, use the already the one that is inside your cupboard. Your cupboard is wearing your clothes, not you. How many pairs of legs you have? So why have masjid? Sometimes I go to your home, I find masjid. You know Jumu'ah? Shoes?
She's like,
Takbir. Serious. But you don't pay attention to these things because they are so dear to you. These things you let them pass. Careful. Careful. So the surah is all about. Now the second story. The story of the people, of the owner of the two gardens. There was a man. Look at the verse 32. Go to verse 32. Later on you read this tafsir on your own. I'm guiding your mind. Later on when you go, read the story, read the Quran from the translation. You will understand what I'm saying. Because you have background now. In verse 32, Allah starts a new story. The story of the man with the two gardens. The man with the two gardens. This man had a good friend. That friend used always to remind him of Allah. And he came to him and said, look, Allah has given you so much. Be thankful. Be grateful. He said, I did it myself. I worked very hard. See, a lot of people, you know, especially now, when they reach that level of wealth, when someone reminds them just to be thankful, they say, Shukr, Alhamdulillah, this is Allah's. What do you lose by saying, this is Allah's bounty? You lose nothing. In the contrary, Allah may give you just for saying that. Give you more. But we say, no, I work very hard, Sheikh. You don't know, sleepless nights, traveling a lot, I miss my family. Allahu Akbar. Now you are attributing success to yourself, which is very, very wrong and arrogant. It's arrogant that you attribute success to yourself. And failure to who? To Allah. We always say, oh, Allah doesn't want me. When we don't do good, we say Allah. When we do good, we say ours, which is wrong. It's the other way. When actually you do bad, when you face trouble, attribute it to yourself. Say, maybe I was naughty, maybe I sinned, maybe I did something wrong. Then Alhamdulillah, Allah will help you. When something good happens, say Alhamdulillah, it's the bounty of Allah. The good wife I have is a gift from Allah. The good husband you have, sister, say gift from Allah. The children, gift from Allah. The job, the retirement, whatever you are having is from Allah. Actually, you have nothing to do with it. Think about it. Sheikh, but I worked. Don't say I. Remove I with Allah. The word I, remove it. Why? Because it is Allah who gave you that intelligence. Let's say you are really smart guy and companies fight for you. Every company wants you. Who gave you that smartness? You found yourself like that. It came from where? Careful. So do not attribute bad things to Allah and good things to yourselves. It's the other way. Attribute good things to yourself, to Allah Azza wa Jal, and bad things to yourself. So, وَضْرِبْ لَهُمْ مَثَلًا رَجُلَيْنِ جَعَلْنَا لِأَحَدِهِمَا جَنَّتَيْنِ. One of them, we gave them two jannahs. And here is the word, this is why I keep telling you, the word Jannah doesn't mean paradise. When we say Adam was in Jannah, Adam has never been in paradise that you and I would like to go to. I repeat, here is the evidence from the Quran. A man given 2 Jannahs, 2 gardens full of trees and fruits. وَجَعَلْنَا بَيْنَهُمَا زَرْعًا. And we made between the 2 gardens a lot of zara, a lot of vegetation. And Allah has triggered in those 2 gardens rivers. Oh, land with water, mashallah, the best. The best land is land with water. Even you, which house is more expensive? The one by the water or the one far from the water? By the water. Even artificial lake. They will even create a lake to sell big houses or expensive houses. Water adds value to anything, subhanallah. By the sea or by a river or by a dam or by a waterfall, that house or that property is very expensive. So Allah gave him everything. Gave him land full of water, full of agriculture, everything. Instead of being thankful, although his friend reminded him, that man failed. Failed to thank Allah. And Allah took everything. Like many rich people I know and you know, they lost everything. They were rich. No one doubts. I'm sure you know some friends, family, they used to have no more. Because the one who gave them took back. But the reason for taking back is ungratefulness. If they were grateful, Allah will never take back something He gave you. But you are ungrateful. What do you want? What do you expect? So that man unfortunately failed, my sisters and brothers, although Allah gave him a good friend. In your case, Allah gives you good parents. They keep reminding you, my son, don't do this. My daughter, don't do this. Don't follow this road. Don't do this. Don't do this. Allah may give you good sheikh in your life to teach you, to guide you. The sheikh is good only from 3 to 5, Sunday. After 5, I do whatever I want. No problem. But when you have trouble, don't come back. Stay there. This is the problem. Allah gives you parents. No one loves you more than your parents, especially mother. No one will ever love you more than your mother. You still don't even call her and say, Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Can I help you? Can I get you something? Unconditional love. The mother loves her son or daughter unconditionally. Do you know the guy you married saw something in you, otherwise he would never marry you? Your mother saw nothing. Your mother, even if she was blind, she will hug you and kiss you and love you. Takbir. Alright? So the parable of this dunya, this wealth, sisters, brothers, look at me. The parable of wealth is like this. It's like a nice, beautiful garden full of green pasture. Green pasture after a certain time turns what?
Yellow.
Yellow. And then it dies out. That's exactly money in your life. Look, if it doesn't disappear, you become old. You cannot enjoy it anymore. Yalla, at the age of 80, try to drive Lamborghini and see what happens to you. At the age of 80, go buy a red Lamborghini. You cannot even get in. Because, I suck it. You sit there, you cannot come out. Khalas. We pull you with 911 or 911. What is your 9 what?
999.
999. I'm still 911. You got it?
Yes.
Huh? So you still have money, but you cannot enjoy it like before. Sorry, but to wake you up, your very expensive ring, very expensive. At certain age you can, you ladies. At very old age, your fingers are already like this. Look at machis. Their fingers are not straight anymore. They can't. Right or wrong? Maybe I'm exaggerating.
Yes.
Oh, the youth will love motorbike. Can you at that age ride, mashallah, Raiders of Malaysia? You want someone to take you. So, what I mean, it's just like that grass that was green in spring and summer it dies out. Life is like this. So don't let the wealth blind you. Allah gives you wealth, you don't book your seat in paradise. What do you do with it? When Allah gives you money, go do business with God. Build a masjid at least. Sponsor Ana Yatim, sponsor student. Student studying something good. Go sponsor him or her. Become alim tomorrow. That alim teaches he or she, you have pahala. You are in your grave and wherever that alim goes to teach, you have pahala, mashallah. Be smart. Dig a well. Let people drink until Yawm al-Qiyamah. Dig a well. Plant trees, fruitful trees. Any animal, any insect, let alone humans, eat from it, pahala. Shade, pahala. MashaAllah. We still. You go, travel in ancient cities. You find water, tap of water on the street. Today you buy water. The biggest sadaqah Rasulullah said is the sadaqah of water. Our forefathers used to have a tap from outside the house for people to drink. Sadaqah jariyah. Today, you ask for water, they think you have, you want to murder them. Water, I'm thirsty. Give me some water. They think you are. Because the culture of buying water. SubhanAllah. Wrong, my brothers and sisters. So wealth has blinded many people. Wealth stops you from mixing with humble people. You want to mix only with the club of billion and up. Million and up, stay with million and up. Billion and up. What is this? And never value people for what they have in terms of finance. That is very wrong, my brothers and sisters. You may shake the hand of someone just because he has money. And the other guy is closer to Allah than that man of money. Careful. When you shake hand with everybody. I mean, brothers, sisters, don't give a big hug to someone who is rich and call the. Have you seen this on TV? Barely you touch them. Na'udhu billah, that's jahiliyyah. Right there. Okay? So that's the second test. So the second test, very dangerous, wealth. The man failed, big deal. Although he had a good friend, reminding him. And all he had to say is to attribute the success to Allah, that's all. Word, alhamdulillah, this is from Allah. Look at verse 46. Wealth and children are the adornment of the life of this world. Al-malu wal-banuna. Wealth and children are the adornment of the life of this world, brothers and sisters. But the good, righteous deeds that last are better with your Lord for rewards and better in respect of all. What does this ayah mean? The Quran is not telling you don't acquire wealth and don't have children. In the contrary, the Quran is testifying that wealth, to have money, and to have children is a good thing. But it's not the everything. This is where most of us, when you see your brother working so hard, he says, I need to make some money, I need to feed my family. That's all you live for, brother. That's all. That's all. That's all his what you call it? Problem. His problem, his project in life is to have a retirement and have good food and good life for his kids. Wallahi, that's silly. Animals are better than you. Sorry to tell you that. That's why Allah said there is something even better. What is it? Look at it. And in the same ayah, it's good to acquire wealth and it's good to have children. But there is something better. Dhikr, dhikr. Just say Subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar is better than your wealth and than your children. Who can tell me why? Why to say Subhanallah? الباقيات الصالحات are Subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. Words to say. Words to say. Not alone actions. Like now you, mashallah, learning here and this and that. This is great what you're doing. You will find it Yawm al-Qiyamah. Who can tell me why?
The reward.
Raise hand. Yes? Shukr. What else?
The reward is everlasting.
The reward is everlasting. Good. What else? Brothers, what do you think? Why saying Subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar better than your wealth and your children? Huh? They go with you to the grave. Your children and money don't go to the grave. They go to the grave, come back. Once they bury you. Takut, your own children. But dhikr enters with you. You see now?
Yes.
You see now why you should make dhikr? And with Quran, with Ustaza Munira? Takbir. Hey children. This Quran will go with you, my friend, to the grave. Your phone will stay behind you. Your phone will stay behind you. Someone will take it and not even use it. You know why? Because old-fashioned. You give it to youth today, they say, old-fashioned. They know. They want 9, X, iPhone X. Takbir. You got it? Your children, no matter how much they love you, they will go with you to the grave. They may cry and they're sincere and make dua, but they cannot enter the grave. Your wealth comes back, it's already in bank. But the dhikr, the salat, these classes will enter with you. Sheikh, how? The reward, the pahala, you find it. So don't let this wealth blind you. So this ayah came right after the wealth. Al-malu, property and wealth. Wal-banun. Now question to all of you. Why Allah mentioned wealth before children? Raise hand. Why not children? Why not? Children and wealth are beauty, adornment of this life. Why money first? Is our love to money more than our children? Maybe. It depends on you.
Not everyone has children.
Not everyone has children.
Because children can be good children, solid.
Salih, anak salih, anak talih. Good. What else? Try. Why? Wealth first. Not children.
That's the biggest test.
Wealth, biggest test. How about children? Isn't children biggest test?
Sometimes.
Isn't husband big test for you? Yeah, say yes. When you are upset with husband, yes, yes. That means it's okay, cheer up. He's just beat up. Takbir! Yes! That's good. What else? Think. This class is to think, not just to seek knowledge. It's not Jumu'ah.
Wealth everybody wants. Children not everybody wants.
Very good. Wealth everybody wants. Children not everybody wants. Okay, good. What else? Money, you like it before children and after children. You don't have to have children to like wealth. Children, you like them only when they come. So wealth is embedded in us, loving wealth from childhood. Look at children, you give them do it Raya, what's it called? Hari Raya. They love it. They're still small. They don't even know the value. But they love it. Children, only when you have kids. Then you like them. When you don't have kids. And mothers like children more than wealth. Some women. But they're, just to be fair, some women. So, subhanallah, the Quran is very accurate. Al-malu wal-banun. Property, wealth, and children. So, it's good to have wealth and children. There is nothing wrong with that. But you cannot have them and forget about Allah, the dhikr, the salat, the Quran, the hadith, the classes like this, the umrah. This is what will go with you to the grave. So Islam is not telling us don't have children and wealth. No, in the contrary, he says have it. But while acquiring it, don't forget akhirah. Don't forget akhirah. That's what. Now I want you to look at this verse 48. 48, right there. Excellent. Excellent reminder. Allah says, وَعُرِضُوا عَلَى رَبِّكَ صَفًّا. On the day of judgment, we will line up in front of Allah. Brothers and sisters, that's why alhamdulillah we have line up in salat. So the Muslims will line up easily because we are used to. Ya Rab, we used to line up in prayer. We're going to pray inshallah after a while. We line up, right it. That's it. The kuffar find it difficult, but still they be put in order. Don't worry about it. لَقَدْ جِئْتُمُونَا كَمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ. Allah says, you have come back to us the way we created you first time. What does that mean? What does that mean? We were created first time with what? Zero. Naked. No clothes. We come back to Allah naked, like our mothers gave us birth. And no wealth. No title. No dantri. No datosri. No doctor. No sheikh. No imam. No agong. No sultan. No one will be called a title. And you know what? You'll be called by the name of your mother. Today, Zubair bin Lakhdar. Tomorrow, Zubair bin Sharifa. Everyone. By the name of your mother. Why? Your mother is sure is your mother. Father is not sure. Only Allah knows. Do you know that? Don't look at me like that's the truth. That's the truth. Inshallah, our fathers are our fathers. But mother, you cannot escape. She gets pregnant, she carries you. And then there is another man who has no father. To be fair, Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam. So he has a mother to be called everybody. So forget you be called Dato, Sila, another VIP sitting. There is no VIP Yawm al-Qiyamah. Everybody standing. Like his mother gave him birth. Here is the ayah. كَمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ. Look at verse 48. And they will be set before your Lord in lines and rows. And Allah will say, now indeed you have come to us as we created you the first time. We created you lonely and naked, without nothing. Here you came back to us. Nay, but you thought that we had appointed no meeting for you. You thought that there is no day of judgment. The kuffar, of course, they don't believe in the day of judgment. We do, alhamdulillah. We know that one day we meet Allah. And that's the focus on that, my brothers and sisters. Stop dreaming. Death is coming very soon. Some of us already gone to Allah. Some of us, you know, and they are very loved to you. Could be mother, could be father, could be good friend. They gone, khalas. A matter of time, you and me. So that day is coming. We need to prepare. Pray on time. Fast. Give sadaqah. Attend classes. Don't delay. Don't come late. You come late, bring big cake with you. Takbir. and hope for the mercy of Allah. You do nothing and you want an A+. It's not going to work. You do nothing and you want an A+. You give me the paper empty. The question, no answer. What do you expect the teacher will give you? You came with no salah, no siyam, no zakat. You are just busy dunya. For your boss you work for 8 hours. Tenaga Nacional from 8 until 5. Meetings. JKR. Whatever. I know some of you what they do. Personal business. Oh, even at work, at home you take the work with you. Look at you, how much you work for dunya. That you're gonna leave. Akhirah. Allahu Akbar. That's why, my brothers and sisters, may Allah help us all. Ameen. May Allah help us and make us wake up. And remember, youth, youngsters, don't wait. Be like the people of the cave. They were 17. The oldest was 17. They were even younger than them. Your children. You work so hard for them, which is a good thing to do, right? But you know one day they will leave you, right? They marry and leave you. Allah will never leave you. I left my family. I left and I'm with you. My parents worked very hard, may Allah bless them, to raise me. But still I had to go on my own, right? Real. All of you, you have to. Now there is one who will never leave you, Allah Azza wa Jalla, so don't leave him. Don't leave him. The third fitna, ask questions. This is a class. Classroom means you can raise. It's not khutbah. Khutbah you cannot ask. Jumu'ah, you listen to the imam. And most of you come after class, ask me. Why you ask me after class? Unless it is personal, very personal. Sheikh, you mentioned in the class the youth of the cave. No answer. I will not answer you after class. Takbir. Now when I am going, all of you now want to become, mashallah, a philosopher. No. After class, no questions. Takbir. From now on. Unless there is a cake. Okay, now the third. Are you with me? Now the third fitna. Knowledge. When you think you are smart. Oh, you. Musa alayhi salam himself thought, since he is the messenger of Allah, messenger, not just prophet. He was prophet given a message, a book, Torah. He thought that that's it. There is no one more knowledgeable than him on earth. Well, that wasn't true. He thought. Allah said to him, no. Go to this place where two seas meet near a rock. You will meet a man. Learn from him. The story I'm not going to tell you, but we learn from the story. The story, attend tafsir class, inshallah. So Musa alayhi salam took Joshua with him, Yusha went with him, Joshua later on becomes prophet. After the death of Musa alayhi salam, it's Joshua who will take Bani Israel inside Palestine. So he's the disciple, the student. He travels with Prophet Musa alayhi salam. They travel. To try to find this man who is not a prophet, yet he knows more than Musa alayhi salam. So someone might not be officially having a title, but knows more than you and me. So don't think because you have a title in the, let's say, the government, there is someone smarter than you. He's not. He has no official title. The culture of titles is killing us, by the way. It blinds you from seeing the great potentialities that Allah has put in society. Sometimes it's that mechanic who has no degree that can really solve the problem of your car. He never gone to school. He never gone to school. And one certified mechanic cannot. You tell him, what's the problem with my car? Doesn't know. And that is true story. There is this big ship where all the mechanics of the world couldn't figure out what's wrong with this engine. They brought this guy, old man. He looked at it, he said, try to stop. He said, I know the problem. You know the problem? He said, yes, I know. But he didn't want to tell them, he's smart. He said, I will fix it. He said, leave me. Tack, tack, tack. Turn. Oh. Finally, the ship, it was billions of dollars ship. They told him, please tell us. He said, no, why should I tell you? Why should I tell you what was wrong? Next time you don't call me to fix it. This is my living. The point I'm making is, do not underestimate people. Sometimes there are people who, but they end up solving your problems. Okay? So, Musa alayhi salam thought, being the messenger of Allah, given a book, Torah, he must be the most knowledgeable on earth, as he is the messenger of Allah. Allah said, no. Go and learn from one of our slaves. We gave him ilm laduni. What is ilm laduni? No one taught him except Allah. Direct. A knowledge given directly. But to me, Al-Khidr alayhi salam, Khidr represents Qadr. I repeat, Khidr was not just a human being. He was Qada and Qadr. You know Qadr? Destiny. That's why even a prophet like Musa couldn't understand. Destiny, no one understands it. How Allah works. Amazing. Extremely amazing how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does things. So, first they caught a fish. He and his student. Then they forgot the fish. Then they realized, oh, that's where we're going to meet the man. When they went there, they found him sitting. Are you so and so? He said yes. But please stop this. Khidr never dies. When you mention his name, he passed by you. Who said that? They all taught us these things. You know, do you have this in Malaysia? The Khidr, whenever you mention his name, he passed. So if I say Khidr, Khidr, he keeps going. Who told you that?
Never heard.
And whenever you met, he's a good man, and Khidr is khalas, gone. All right. Musa alayhi salam, now look at verse, let me show you. Allahu Akbar. MashaAllah, Muhammad. After Adhan, we wait for Adhan, inshallah. لا حول ولا قوة. لا حول ولا قوة. الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو حي لا يموت بيده الخير وهو على كل شيء قدير ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آتي سيدنا محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة وابعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته إنك لا تخلف الميعاد. آمين. It died out. Do we have another one? Check. Do we have another? Okay. Now, the third test, the test of knowledge. Careful, Allah may give you some knowledge and you think you are too smart. That was the mistake of the son of Nuh, alayhi salam. The son of Nuh, why did Allah drown him? Because he was arrogant to listen to his father. His father told him, get in the ship with us. It's working, but okay. You hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam told his son, Ya bunayya arkab ma'ana. Oh my son, come with us. Get on the ark with us. قال سآوي إلى جبل يعصمني من الماء. The boy refused. Didn't listen to his father. He said, I will go to the mountain. It will protect me from water. Father said, لا عاصم اليوم من أمر الله. No one will be protected from the commandment of Allah except those who are with us on the ship. Still the son. That is arrogance of knowledge. He thought he knows. Physics. I go up on the mountain, the water will not reach me. You go wherever you go. The whole planet Earth will be submerged in water. You think it was the flood of Kelantan? Hujan, what do you call it? Banjir? No. Banjir, planet Earth, all of it. Wherever there is a mountain, still covered. Allahu Akbar. That's why it's miracle. If it was just a normal flood, it's not miracle. It's happening every year. Somewhere. Is this clear? Okay. No, for everybody. Very good. It wasn't just for his people. Number one, it was only his people on earth. He's the second father of mankind. There were no humans somewhere else. There were no. Because between Adam alayhi salam and Nuh alayhi salam, 120 years. Listen carefully. When Adam alayhi salam died, Muhammad, why? When Muhammad, see Muhammad, did you feed him cakes? Cookies? It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I handle. No sugar. I tell the parents, please don't. Remember morning, what did I say morning? Don't feed your children cookies and bring them to me. Already. Me. Headache. Please, especially morning. Parents, eat them something light. After class, go take them, mashallah, entertain them. Takbir. After class, after 12:30, go take them, feed them very well. When you come to class, careful. Anyways, what I was saying, Adam alayhi salam, when he died, 120 years later, Allah created Noah alayhi salam. So very near, not very far from each other. Especially that those years, they used to live long. Noah alayhi salam himself lived for 10 centuries. Adam alayhi salam, 10 centuries. They lived long. So only few people used to be there because the number didn't multiply yet. So Noah alayhi salam made a dua. He got sick and tired of his people. رَبِّ لَا تَذَرْ عَلَى الْأَرْضِ مِنَ الْكَافِرِينَ دَيَّارًا. Oh my God, don't live on earth. He didn't say in my people, on earth, a single kafir. And Allah says, you got it. That's it. So, start building the ark. The dua was 300 years asked. It was answered 300 years later. So you're sick and you panicking that your dua didn't come through yet? Sheikh, I asked Allah yesterday to give me something you didn't, just yesterday, one, but they wanted right away. 300 years later, Allah destroyed them because He needed to build the ark. And He had only 300 followers, max. 300. Not even his wife and son. The brothers who worry about their wives, children, take it easy. Sisters who worry about husband. Fir'aun was bad. Thank Allah your husband is not a Fir'aun. Semi-Fir'aun. He's semi-Fir'aun sometimes. I agree, he forgets who he is, he thinks he is. But he's not the Fir'aun. Your husband will never be Fir'aun, inshallah. Say Amen. Amen. Okay. So, he thought, he knows. He said, okay, go. When they caught a fish, they forgot it. Both of them. Nasiya. Look at verse 61. فلما بلغا مجمع بينهما نسيا حوتهما. This is why I'm saying who knows? Those Arabic students. Is the dual, مثنى. In Arabic, مثنى, dual. You add. كتب, كتبا. جلس, جلسا. Dual, two people. So here, نسيا. One, نسيا. Two, nasiya. When you add an alif, it becomes two. Both of them. So even a prophet forgets. Even a prophet like Musa alayhi salam, Nabi, Allah gives him wahyu, Allah spoke to him, still he forgets. He's a human. So I insist on the humanity of prophets. Please don't look at them as angels. They are not angels. They're human like you. They eat, drink, they use toilet, everything. They forgot. But it's because they forgot that they met. So sometimes, you know why Allah sometimes makes you forget certain things? So that you go back, then you find the thing you were looking for. Rahmah. How many of you forget the, let's say, cell phone? You go back to the home because of cell phone, right? Then you remember, oh, I forgot something else. Alhamdulillah. Maybe that's something else you wouldn't have returned. Phone you must return. So phone more important than Quran to some of us. Do you return for Mus'haf? I don't think so. Oh man, I forgot my Mus'haf. I have to go back. I haven't seen a Muslim doing that yet. But cell phone, I cannot go without it. Sheikh cannot operate without it. You can actually. You live a happy life without your phone. This phone is becoming part of our life. Even babies, you give it to them, they be quiet. Did you see? You give them cell phone, they be quiet. La ilaha illallah. Even children. Wow, scares me.
Yeah.
Imam doing khutbah with the phone. I wish it blacks out. So the khutbah now, brothers, what to do? La ilaha illallah. Don't hang your life with this too much. This is a mean to communicate. That's it. There are people 24/7 on this. So, Musa alayhi salam comes back. He and Joshua. They came back. They found him. They asked, who are you? He said, I am the man who's supposed to meet you. So Musa requested him. Look at humble. Musa, prophet, still said, can I follow you to seek knowledge from you? Which we don't hear today from students of knowledge. Because we take ulama for granted. Until Allah takes the alim away from our life, then you start all crying. We used to have a very good imam, ustaz, ustaza. Why until they go? Why you never understand the value of people until you miss them? Like parents. Many of you never took your parents with respect until the father and mother die. And when they leave you for Hajj, for example, 40 days or long, you say, oh, I miss my mom. When she comes back, inshallah, my father, I will give them all the respect. They come back, same, again, back. So we say, when he was alive, he wanted only one date. Nobody gave it to him. But when he died, they brought a whole branch of dates. Too late. Should respect and value people in your lifetime, my brothers and sisters. Many brothers took their wives for granted. They never appreciate their wives, and vice versa. When Allah takes one of them, the other one starts now realizing that that person was very, very good. Perfect match. The match of Allah. May Allah make us value the people around us. Ameen. Okay? So, Musa alayhi salam asked him, requested him, هل أتبعك? Can I follow you, please? على أن تعلمني مما علمت رشدا. May I please follow you? May I please follow you? Who's saying? Prophet of Allah, Prophet, Messenger. Do you know the highest thing on earth is to be Prophet? He's asking, can I please follow you to seek knowledge from you so that you guide me, you increase me in guidance. Allah told me that you are a good person. He said, لن تستطيع معي صبرا. You cannot. Simply you can't. He told him, you cannot. Please, I insist. I try. He said, okay. With one condition. Don't ask me. Don't ask me anything until I tell you. Whether you understand what I do or not, don't ask. Very difficult to do. Very difficult to do. I think with Malaysia it's very easy. Malaysians never ask, just wait. Like there. Especially Malays. Ask, quiet. How many times I get that? Is there any question? But after we finish class, everybody wants to ask. I don't like that. Why are you looking at me? What's wrong with you? Something in the coffee. It's whatever. He said, okay. Condition, don't ask. He said, okay. He said, all right. You don't ask. Musa alayhi salam thought he can. He couldn't. Why? Because whatever he does is against logic. You see, when you use your logic, you're wrong. When you use your logic, you're wrong. There is no logic with God. Okay? That's where you stop. When Allah interferes, your logic should stop. When Allah says, the child, boy, inherits double his sister. Here you don't use common sense. Stop it. You be wrong. Just say, Sami'na wa ata'na. We have heard and we obey. When Allah says a man can marry up to 4, it's not wajib. And women cannot marry but one man at one time. Don't say, why, it will be fair if both can do it the same. Don't do that. There is no logic in objecting Allah or trying to fast. So Musa alayhi salam said, okay, I will follow you. He said, okay, remember our condition. He already told him, you can't. You cannot. What I do cannot be accepted even by a prophet. You will ask. You will end up asking. He said, I promise. He said, okay, let's see. They boarded the ship. First test. Ship. The good man goes and make a hole in it. Sabotage. Sheikh Zoubir. You see Sheikh Zoubir puncturing the tire of someone with a knife. I take a knife and go puncture it. Am I Sheikh Zoubir now? No, I'm gangster Zoubir now. Again. Sheikh Zoubir, I thought you were good. Look what you did. Yes, you don't understand. Check on the riots. You okay, sister? Alhamdulillah. How about you? Very good. Here I know they are okay. The first row. The mujahidat. Muhammad is very good. MashaAllah. Takbir. Because Ahmad is doing good job. Sabotage. I thought you're a good man. I thought you're a good man. What are you doing? Oh, first. That's true. He thought he's going to speak. No. My teaching is not through speaking. My teaching is through actions. Deep inside, he couldn't swallow it because he's prophet. Prophet of Allah cannot be quiet on something wrong. And that's why he told him you can't. So he spoke. He said, oh, didn't I tell you you cannot comprehend whatever I do? Oh, sorry. He said one, two more. I give you 3 chances. One gone, khalas. Second one, okay, so they made a hole. And water start coming in. And people almost, that ship almost sinks. Second one. They land, they go find a young kid playing with children. They choose one kid. The man catch him, slaughters him. This is even bigger. Now imagine whatever I know about you, that you're a good man. You're a good man. You made sabotage and now you killed an innocent child. Musa alayhi salam again. Wow, this is bigger than the other one. This is bigger than the first ship. The ship, at least you made sabotage. He said, didn't I tell you again that you cannot comprehend what I do? Oh, Musa alayhi salam realized, oh my God. That's testing knowledge. He thought he knew. He thought he knew. This is the problem. Sometimes a wise man tells you, my son, don't do this. You think you're too smart. Actually, he gave you the best advice. Later on, you realize he was right. You were wrong. Don't do that. Don't do this thing. He tells you that. You go and do the opposite because you think you're too smart. Then you end up in big problem now. But too bad. Most of us realize after it's too late. He said, didn't I tell you that you cannot? Oh, sorry. Please, if I ask you one more thing, khalas, I know I cannot follow you. Okay. They keep there. Walk. Maghrib comes. They find a small village. They go to the village, ask people for makan. Would you please give us some food? Anything. We would like to spend the night, sleep. Can you give us somewhere where we sleep? Even if it's not in the house, somewhere, maybe in your backyard. We just want to be safe. The people said, no, stingy. We don't give you makan, and we don't give you a place where to sleep. Musa got upset. Alayhi salam. He got upset for these people are stingy. In Islam, you should never turn down a guest. A guest comes to you and say, can I please, give food and shelter and everything. Let's say today you cannot let them come to the house. Take them to a motel at least, not even hotel. 50 ringgit per night. Let's say you really don't know the person, but that's his duty over you. We became so selfish. Life in city is very corrupt. Go to Kampung from time to time, not just on Hari Raya. Real. From time to time, take your children to sleep in their grandparents' wooden house, so that they always appreciate the aircon in KL. Air conditioning. Now this time, he does the opposite. He does a good thing. What does he do? He finds a wall about to fall. A wall built, about to fall. The good man Goes and build it. Fix it. Musa cannot, alayhi salam, keep quiet. Ship that did nothing wrong to us, you wanted to sabotage. A boy that did nothing wrong to us, you just slaughtered him. People who did bad to us, you fix their wall. See, I told you logic. Forget logic. Rasulullah ﷺ used to give some people money and don't give some. The nearest to him, he doesn't give them. Some Sahaba, Ya Rasulullah, this person, he said, if I don't give this person, he will go away from Islam. Mu'allafa. You are good people. You're already good. You're safe. That's why I don't give you. Not like, oh, I've been with him all these years, he didn't give me. Sometimes you give the bigger part of the cake to the one who is new, so that he keeps coming to his class. Takbir. Those I know, they will come no matter what. This one I will have a lot. Takbir. This one later. Hey, I hope you're coming. You, not your father or mother. I'm sure your mom. Not even your dad. Takbir. Right? Correct. I know the brothers who their wives bring them. 99%, all of you are coming because of your wives. Takbir. Or your mothers. Don't play games with me, okay? SubhanAllah, it's the ladies who are highly motivated in learning the deen. Serious. And that's a problem, brothers. Imagine you don't have a good wife or good mother, or we never see you. That's dangerous. That's very dangerous. So those who are coming really, like they really want to come. Hey, brothers and sisters, Sunday is a rest day for me. Please understand. I hope you appreciate that.
Yes.
No, honestly. Saturday and Sunday are supposed just to stay with that poor woman I have who is very sick, and those kids, take them like any father somewhere else. I come for you, so you better show some respect by coming early before me. You don't lose anything when you come early and wait. It's okay. In the contrary, maybe you know your sister, your brother. We'll talk about that next time. So, Musa alayhi salam was like, Allahu Akbar. People who have done nothing wrong and they were poor, he sabotaged their ship. An innocent child who did nothing wrong against us, he slaughtered him. And people who refuse to feed us and give us shelter, he built them one. He paid them back. I don't understand. But what did he say? He said, you should have asked them for some money. That's it. He didn't ask. He just said, you should ask some money at least. No command. The condition was, you follow me? No one word. Don't say it. What? Difficult to do, especially for ladies. When your husband say, don't say anything, La ilaha illallah. That's where they want to speak. Why? Why not say anything? Do that to your wife. Say, we are going somewhere, and say nothing. She will not say, okay, my husband, I will not say nothing. Say, why? What's wrong with me? Takbir. And we continue next week, inshallah. هذا وبالله التوفيق والهداية والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Ya Allah, benefit us with what we learn. Ya Allah, help us to learn more about the story of Musa alayhi salam and all the stories in Surah al-Kahf. Ya Allah, don't test us in our religion. Ya Allah, if you have ever given us some risk, please don't test us in that risk and make us grateful and thankful. If you have given us knowledge, Ya Allah, increase us in knowledge and never make us think that we had enough. And Ya Rab, the last test, if you ever give us power over people, make us use that power to make the life of people better and to do justice and to bring happiness in their life, not to abuse them and na'udhu billah. lose their future. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم. Get ready for Salat.